Greetings, gamers. Shoutouts to you for watching. Welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered. We are now in Magmoor Caverns, where it's a little bit hot. Some like it hot, I certainly do, and we're gonna make it happen, Captain. I'm a glutton for punishment, so instead of taking a break, instead of taking a or whatever, I don't need that. I want to scan the monster. Carapace can be breached by missiles. Its intelligence is limited. Naturally, that's always the thing with these monsters. They're super strong, but their intelligence is dumb as sin. Already got, what's that? More stuff I didn't get, but that's totally fine. We're going into Magmoor Caverns, and we're going to try our hardest not to drown in the lava, because we have had some very serious lava incidents today. Literally today. We had some lava problems today, so instead of having more lava problems in 2 games, we're just going to have lava problems in the game with less lava. And we're going to make an effort, like a special effort, to avoid the lava in the game where lava is super prevalent. I don't even know necessarily why I'm scanning, because it's, I don't think... Well, no, I think, yeah, that's what it is. At the game end, it pops up a thing, and it gives you a scan percentage. Right, I remember. And, that was when you get the middle finger, because you forgot to scan, a plasma beam somewhere in the game before you picked it up. But I'm not that meticulous about my Metroid playthroughs. I mean, I just committed to playing through a whole lot more of the series. Like a whole lot more of the series, so I'm not about to... like, we're not going to 100% these bad boys. That would be insane, because these are some really, really, really big, intricate games. And if there's one that I'm really, really, really vibing with, they're like, that's not great. Hold on, I need to shoot some missiles at this thing before it tries to hurt me. Did you go? Are you gone? Cool. Yeah, no, you missed your chance, buddy. You should have done it when you had your chance. Now Samus done escaped, she done escaped your clutches, so now she's gonna go through this hole in the wall. Get out of my way! Nope, you're still over there. You're still causing problems. So I gotta go. I put on, an Icy Hot patch. It's not Icy Hot. I think the brand is Salon Pas. I'm broke. I can't afford, the name brand joints right now. But they're great. I don't know if you have any, pain issues, if you're, suffering from any bone ailments, anything of that nature. A great start is, patches. They're like, probably about $10 now, because inflation is the worst, but, there's not... Oh god, oh god. Oh god! Oh god! Alright, it just throws me out. These aren't the main ones, right? I mean, it was a little bit mean, but not as mean as it could have been. It could have been much, much meaner. Can I go this way? Yes. You will eat a bomb and be gone from my problems. Here, have a bottle. It's yummy, right? It's delish. Is there anywhere else I can roll around down here? No. There we go. Delish bomb, and I didn't get caught fire. And I feel like... Give it to me. Give me that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. But don't BS me. Alright, now, who's in here that needs to get shot and or scanned? I meant to scan that, right? Puffer, that's an enemy. It's gonna get shot in a minute. These boxes over here, they've drawn my ire. You can have some. Everybody down here can have some. Including the mysterious mist that hurts me. But there's more bomb-eating guys down there, and I think that's important. Because I need to get some power-ups. I mean, we're well into Metroid now, so I don't necessarily have to worry about getting boring, because the reality is, like, stuff is just going to keep happening as long as I don't get too lost. But at the same time, I don't necessarily like to run the risk of getting so super boring, not interesting, so I do still have, like a script at my ready to drop some knowledge, drop some topics. you know, the realization that this was going to be a playthrough of the entire series and not just a playthrough of the game, you know, that was kind of huge last episode, but I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. You know, I love these games, but they're all really, really big, and some of them are actually kind of hard, to be really honest with you, and I'm not 100% sure how that's going to translate in terms of, you know, like, just running through them. I mean, I don't necessarily want to run through them, I kind of want to give them, I got grabbed, and it's going to be bad, but maybe he just throws me out a little bit, but not all the way out. Thank you. Here, have a yummy bomb, and then you can also have a delicious bomb. You look like a thing from, not from Marvel. I'm trying to think of which movie or universe it was that had the thing I'm thinking of, but whatever. The point is now you know, like there's only one way to get out of here, and it wasn't down over here. It was over here the way I initially spec'd out before I arrived. I don't, you know, like, you know, it seems like a lot to have to go back through all these places and get all the bombs and all the energy tanks and all the whatnot again and again and again, because I imagine at a certain point these sort of things are going to start to blend in, but it's for that reason that I think probably what I won't do is play the Metroids back to back to back, right? Like, I imagine I'll get so far in this game that maybe I'll be ahead of the recordings for a little while, and then, you know, it won't necessarily be fun from a community standpoint, because I'll be talking, you guys will be talking to a version of me that's long past, but at the same time, I'll be able to jump ahead because you guys are, you know, like it's still sparsing these in between all the other videos I run. I can jump ahead and maybe I'll play something else. And I think if we get lucky, what'll happen is probably before the end of one of these games finishes, I can splice in another game, you know, like before it really gets, you know, like it'll be near the end because I'm not that fast, but it won't be the sort of thing where I just have to get the episodes 100% turned around for the same game. Also, because there's going to be some setup time, right? I've got to figure out how to handle apparently some emulators, apparently some other, you know, things that I wasn't planning on adding to my YouTube skill set. I, you know, certainly can do these things. I certainly will do these things for the love of the game. I just, you know, need a little bit more motivation than my own infantile machinations. So if you, for any reason, you know, feel the need to sound off on some of these concepts, some of these things I say I'm doing, let a brother know, because that's going to inspire me / motivate me to get them done faster and honestly easier. You know, if I know you guys are interested in them, you know, work harder. If it's just me, then I'll probably flame out. And, you know, I don't like flaming out. I like starting things that I'm going to be able to see through the end, so it's important to me that, oh my god, that platform is sinking. Come here, energy. We gotta go. Here. Yeah, that's what it was like. It was like after you kill every boss, you gotta scan the thing before you grab it, because some of them is, you know, like that's the only way to get scanned 100%, and I've already screwed that up. There's quite a few bosses I already grabbed the thing. Because the original one is one thing, and then like the thing you get throughout the rest of the game is just like upgrades. You never get the original weapon again, and I gotta assume that when you're remastering a game, the last thing you want to do is go back in the code and fix achievements, so they were probably just like, eh. It'll be fine. I mean, maybe. This is a Nintendo game, and sometimes, you know, the bugs, the glitches, the issues in these games get pretty infamous, so maybe, just maybe, somebody really make sure the skin 100% is more doable this time around. I mean, they waited until 2023 to turn all the things, so if they don't do it, probably, probs me grubs, they actually went back and they put some real love in it. Now, that being said, you know, I haven't seen any real new power-ups or like any new UI elements that I don't necessarily remember from before. So it seems like whatever, you know, like creativity passes they did on the game, they probably did, you know, outside of the scope of... Yeah, you can do it in this game too. Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's one of my favorite parts of Super Metroid. One of my absolute favorite parts of Super Metroid. And if you don't know about it, I'm not going to spoil it, because eventually I'm going to have to do it anyway. But this room sucks, and I'm not necessarily sure if I want to go through it. But I'm doing it anyway, because I'm an intrepid bounty hunter. Hashtag that's a bounty hunter. Don't worry about it. This is a Samus problem. You don't even like missiles. I gotta get it all the way in your mouth. I need to shoot you. I need you to eat some missiles, my friend. No, not him. Him. He needs to eat a bunch of missiles because that's the only way it's gonna cease to exist and cease to be a problem for me. You. You are just an irritating little bomb thing. Oh god, I didn't press the jump button. I pressed the ball button. Oh, lordy. Good. What's in here? Down the hallway. There's like a turbo ball. I think that was what actually was the impetus for the pinball game, is because, or maybe I'm thinking of one of the later games. Can you get out of there? No, that's just decoration. That's just decoration. That's a grapple hook, so I'm probably going to need another way around that I'm sure will be ball related at this stage in the game, and as a result, I'm bad at ball jumping, but I'll get there. Just be patient with me, loves, darlings, players. Look at all this stuff, man. Yeah, this had to be N64 because they were so proud of the analog stick back then. So proud. If there was an excuse for them to make you delicately touch the analog stick to get a secret power-up somewhere, they were gonna do it. And now I'm just dead. I'm just drowning. I didn't get out yet. Okay, now I'm out. Alright, so cool. We got this, and then we went over there and we burned, and is there a way out, or did I just come in here to burn? No, there's a door down there, but can I make it? I don't know. Maybe I gotta go through here again, and then this time not go secret hunting. Maybe this time I just go over there, but it's also possible that I can't come through here without the grappling hook. That was the very... It's a key point of my narrative in a previous video, is that, yeah, this game does a great job of informing you that you need something, and, you know, like, you're welcome, inevitably providing it, but at the same time, presenting it in a way that is not just given to the player. It's like, yes, you are gonna need something special to come through here in the near future, but not there yet, and so enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually the good times are over. Okay, I'm on the track, you know, and there's like cool tracks, you know, that's definitely, they did a couple of minute parts like this, and they were like, you know, it would be cool, just a Samus pinball simulator, and they were like, that's the dumbest thing in the world, why would Samus be trapped in a pinball machine? And they were like, no, what if it's like an actual, like a Metroid adventure, it's just like framed around a pinball game? And they were like, what are you talking about? What do you mean framed around a pinball game? Anyway, it's magnificent. Nintendo 3DS, I think, was the system it finally actually happened on. And it was grand. I did discover the Nintendo, the emulator. You know, the Switch has an extra layer, an extra tier of emulators. If you pay Nintendo another $30 or $40 a month, that includes a Genesis emulator and a Nintendo 64 emulator. I think I knew about these things in the past, but I've since lost interest because who would pay $30 to play Nintendo 64 games and Genesis games? Nonetheless, I might be playing $30 to play Nintendo 64 and Genesis games in the near future because I think some of them are games that you guys want to see. There is Pokken Tournament. Nope. It is, what is it called? It is, well, it's called Pokemon Puzzle League. That's what it's called. Pokemon Puzzle League. My forums below the surface. How fun. It's the sequel to Panel de Pon. Yeah, it is a sequel. And I think I mentioned Panel de Pon itself, aka Tetris Attack. You know, it got a redressing with the trappings of Yoshi's story with the Yoshi Island universe when it was released in America. When its sequel was released in America, it got dressed up like a Pokemon game. So, same gameplay, I believe, same concepts, maybe even a lot of the same characters are involved, but this one has Pokemon instead of cute little Yoshi's Island creatures, and I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it until I played it on my channel, and then I had to do, you know, a little bit of research. I think I was hunting for like a thumbnail or something, and I found, you know, that I had to look up all the games because I was looking, I think, for box art or whatever. Not that you guys care about this. Like, that's not an interesting part of YouTube creation, but yeah, thumbnail creation is a part of YouTube video creation. It's a huge part of it because the algorithm cares a lot what your thumbnail looks like. And yeah, there's some dirty cheats, you know, that you can do to just, like, you know, make thumbnails that are certainly, you know, like, more appealing. Like, if you're gonna make a Metroid playthrough, for instance, you know, you could just find candid shots of Samus with her helmet off, or, you know, like, anytime the screen flashes like that, because the algorithm loves an anime lady. You put an anime lady on the cover of your video, in the thumbnail of your video, baby, you got a stew going. You know, clever wording helps. If you can make your video sound, you know, vaguely pornish, then that's definitely, you know, like a good move. If it's obviously not porn, and you do that, that can be a detriment, because then even the people who would have watched it won't watch it because they realize how corny you are. But, if you just get real subtle with it, you know, like a video called Punishment Time, like 300 something views in 2-3 days, and it's like I don't know why, and then I put an anime girl on it, and it got another like 100-200 views before it died. Now the thing is, like, that's not the game. It couldn't less be the game, but you know, pervert's gonna pervert, so I guess the algorithm's gonna algorithm, because that's who's mostly going to town on YouTube, supposedly. Point is, I just care a lot about the way my thumbnails look, because, you know, like, I'm a presentation a whole. I want to make sure that me of the past has the ability to go back through these recordings and retrace my steps anytime I want. I mean, I already have. Oh, hey, I'm back at the beginning. I'm all the way back at the beginning. How lovely. Love me some Metroid. You know, like, it's the best part. It's the best part about the Metroid series, about any Metroid game, is that aha moment when you realize you have, like, connected two major areas, like in your brain. It's one thing when the map says, yeah, you can get from point A to point B, but it's another thing entirely when you are like, it's like, yeah, it happened. I did that. I just came from one place, you know, that was a totally different way, and now I'm in another place that I was in, and I understand how I did it. And now, you know, now that I'm back here in this opening area, armed with a bunch of utilities and resources that I didn't have before, I can go in paths that I wasn't, you know, like, I can jump higher than I could before, so there's a whole bunch of jumping options available to me before that didn't exist. I have missile options now than when I first got here, so I can, you know, there's that stuff. So I think my choices, there's even like a ball area over here. Let's go over here and see what my ball is good for. I'm really starting to enjoy Control. You know, I don't know if it was this recording or the previous recording, but Control is a lot of fun in a lot of the ways this game is fun. And while I'm not doing commentary for it, if you like a Metroidvania game, I absolutely recommend you play it. It should be free, and if it's not free, it's got to be dirt cheap, because it didn't do great. It might be doing better now because one of the devs died, and it's a sad reason for why a game might suddenly be good, but this is how things wind up back in the news, so, you know, just like, alright, so I'm up here, but I don't think there's anything in here yet, right? Like, I feel like whatever's going on in here, it's waiting for me to, nope, I'm just not going the right path, am I? I don't know, let's get down. Let's get down with our bad selves. No, there's nothing going on in here, it's just lush, it's just beautiful, it's just just more. You know, it is gorgeous, and I can assure you, you know, the Nintendo 64 version was not gorgeous. There was never a time when I looked at the Nintendo 64 version of the game and said, this is beautiful. So I assume the fact that this is kind of breathtaking here, you know, like it's really, really pretty stuff, that's like huge part of the remaster. And of course, the second you up the graphics fidelity, you gotta update all your maps. You gotta change the way all your enemies work. I mean, you have to change the way they all work, but you know, there's gonna be some. There's always little bits of code here and there that you're gonna have to play with just because you thought you were changing one thing in your game, and that's probably why this thing took forever. Because a Nintendo 64 game is a nightmare to develop. That system absolutely sucked from a hardware architecture standpoint. I mean, because the world was moving to RAM-based systems, and Nintendo stubbornly insisted on making a cartridge-based solution. Nonetheless, you know, some brave, intrepid developers were either forced to because they worked for Nintendo, or because they they had an idea and they absolutely wanted to make sure it happened on a Nintendo system, and sure enough, they nailed it. Now that's why there's a lot of Nintendo 64 games that suck, because, you know, for every one that really, like, absolutely nailed it, there's just, like, probably 5 or 6 of them that, like, went about 5 foot, you know, like, long, and then they just quit. They just gave up because it was too hard, and they still had to release it. So it's another reason to shout out the developers that actually, like, toiled and suffered through, like, the hardware. Because, yeah, back then it was the worst, but now, you know, like, this game is such a gem. This is, like, it's, you know... Field team reports are on an age structure of alien design built on the surface of Town 4. Studies show the structure protects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics and begun studies on them. As the field can hinder future energy production operations on Town 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. Well, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm a half Chozo human lady. You will respect my family, my people's authority. I do like that they're just space pirates, right? You know, like there's not the Chozo lore. Oh, these are the lore. Through the nightmare, this light glows, chasing the poison. It's strange. The burning woman, luminescence, strain, rest when the program comes to end. See, that's what I mean. There's a lot of lore in here, tons and tons of lore in here, and like you could dig it up, you could dig it all up if you really wanted to, but I'm not gonna, because I'm having way more fun running around and shooting things than I am walking up to walls and scanning things. The containment of the great poison, the Chozos suffer, we the 12 lock it, and then the print design spread the artifacts. Right, so plot point, collect the artifacts because that's what's keeping the poison at bay, and of course this itself is a throwback to Super Metroid, wherein this place over here gradually updates itself as you beat the bosses. Right, every time you get one of the things, right, I scanned it. And then, wait, what does it say? And then scan the totems, right. Now, am I on the wrong side of the totems, or am I just blind? What's happening? These are the totems. Why can't I... Totems! Totems! No, or not. It's or not. Never mind. Can I just touch it? Do I need to touch it first? Yeah, that's the issue. Chozo artifact acquired. This is the artifact of truth, the first of 12. Scan the totems here for clues on the artifacts. Raining together, they will open a path to the impact crater. So, artifact of truth is acquired. Shoutouts now. Item collection 12, logbook scan entries 22%. Coolio de Fabio. Scan. The artifact of truth has been returned. You've restored power. Of course I have. I'm that cool. A new artifact. Chozo is one of the grave grove of life. Reveal the pillar beneath the waves to find this artifact of the Chozo. Now we're gonna go and get all these things anyway, and the God's honest is what's gonna happen is we're gonna forget how to get one or two or many of them, and we're going to have to come back here and do some scanning. But that's an issue for another time entirely. Okay, this side of the temple is busted. We're just going to have to come back here. I don't think I have to scan any of those to necessarily unlock the next part of the chapter, or the next part of the game. I think just because I have it now, different things are going to happen in the world and allow me to access certain areas that I could. Well, I mean, I already have access to a lot of areas I'm not taking advantage of. I didn't really have to come over, but I did because I'm a green hole. And I can't remember which way I'm supposed to go. But either way, it's not going to stop me from adventuring in this lush wonderland. I think Metroid might start another spirited discussion. I think Metroid Fusion? Metroid... well, it's based on the suit. So yeah, Fusion was really the first one where she got an internal monologue. And she didn't really get a monologue so much as she had a weird AI partner that she talked to a lot. You know, it's fine if you want to have your character talking to an AI, but, you know, it gets old. Oh, so now you're just out here, yeah? Yeah, charge, bro. Okay, I don't have time for this. I got the high jump now, and I got work to do. But I can't get over there because the thing told me I can't get over there, right? And there's no way the charge beam is going to pull that down for me. So I'm just going to have to wait until I have the sick jump to go up there, which I think is the space jump in this game. So where haven't I gone? I haven't gone over there. Rotate, please. Okay, but I need the sick jump to get over there, and that's how I get there. Now I can get to that elevator over there, or I can go through that tunnel there that I never did, and then still have to go through the elevator anyway. So let's do that, and then we can call it an episode, because I feel like we're close to the end of the episode recording time. So now we gotta go jump up over here, and we do better jumping, and then we can come over here, and there's always bugs. Okay, excuse me bugs, excuse me problems, excuse me trouble. I need to go through here, and then cut through a thing that I forgot to do earlier, and then once I'm done with it, I will come back. There's absolutely no point to come out of the ball in this tunnel, because you have to go back in the ball to get out of the tunnel on the other side. And I can scan some... Yeah, that's, right, that's the thing. Has some lore, new Chozo lore, right? Chozo script, the surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed. Yeah, so this... Is this supposed to be their homeworld? I can't remember. I think maybe this one is supposed to be their actual homeworld, and the meteor, you know, the great meteor, which it turns out, you know, is a sentient being. You know, it fell to the planet, man, and it caused some corruption, and every single time you encounter, you know, like a little bit, things get a little bit worse. Now, I definitely don't have the grapple beam, so that's not a thing, and I could absolutely not survive a dip in the lava, so we're not going to try and swim it. And there's a purple door on the other side, so it doesn't matter anyway. I could never get through this room, but that's okay. Because that means I'm going to go take that elevator I didn't take before. Because I can't use the rails without my sick rail ball. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going exactly the wrong way. Yeah, go back. Well, at least my sense of direction still kind of works. That's the good news, you know. I haven't totally lost the ability to navigate in 3D space. I just have mostly lost the ability to navigate in 3D space. But if the worst thing that happens to me while I do this is that I have to edit out a couple minutes of it, that's totally fine at this point. I have so many recordings ahead of myself that, you know, You'll never know. You'll literally never know how long it took me to get this episode done, because it could be months from now, it could be weeks from now, or it could be tomorrow. It can't be tomorrow. The previous episode. And who knows where we go from here? The second you think you got me figured out. I'm gonna hit you with the Kansas City Shuffle. You look left and I go right. But by all means, let me know what Metroid game you want to see next, like I'll do it with commentary when the time comes. That's kind of, like that's where we're at right now. I can't get in there because I don't have the magnet ball. So I guess really I have to go back the way I came. So let's go back the way I came and then find a save down there so that we can continue this episode from somewhere productive. And then we will play some more maybe tomorrow. I don't have anything to do tomorrow either. I think I gotta do some leftover Christmas shopping. I'm more than a little broke come Christmas time, so I had to, divide up the shopping between the people I was going to see on Christmas and the people I was going to see after Christmas, and now we're after Christmas, so it's time to pay the piper, as they say, and the piper requires me to drive across town and do a bunch of shopping that I don't want to do, but I love my family just as much as I love you guys. I love my community, I love my channel. So I am always willing to go the extra mile for them, especially when it comes to gift giving. And as a result, what we're going to do is we're just going to go back down to the basement as fast as we can get there. And that's where we're going to call this an episode, because yeah, I did get lost, but that's totally fine. This is the game series where you get lost. I think what I'm going to try and play next, honestly and for truly, is maybe Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If only because playing that game will give me enough time to figure out that I'm not going to the elevator like I said I would. Nope, this is the wrong way. Get me out of here. Yep, this is you're going the wrong way again. You're going back to your ship. Yeah, you gotta do some platforming to get back up to this one. Use those high jump boots you got. Are you alive? Be alive or dead, grind your bones, bread, etc. Yeah, Symphony of the Night is, it's a big game, and it was super popular and powerful when I was younger. But it's old now. It's old now, and it's 2D, and, games that are 2D don't... Fine. Stupid, weird Metroid fauna. Why? Why do I have to die? Why do I have to die this way? Why can't I die? Why can't I function in happy ways? Yeah? Cool. Thanks for the tip. Preach. Big preach. Big preach. That's where we're going next. The Fernandra Drifts. Because apparently that's where a transport medium was discovered. Isn't that something? I can't get over there. How do I get to the elevator that I was so excited to go into? Oh, I don't go that way. I go the other way. And I press the right button so that we get over there. There's some falls involved. No, it's down there. Let's go. There we go. Oh my, there's some monsters involved. Cool. Boom. Boom, boom. Alright, there we go. You guys are all in pieces, and I am in heroes. Yep, you're dead now. Alright. Or maybe I should start off sooner. Castlevania Symphony of the Night was the first game in the Castlevania series that was like a Metroidvania. That's not true. Simon's Quest was the first. And even as I say that, I seem to remember there was a Game Boy one that also played like Simon's Quest. Nonetheless, Castlevania Symphony of the Night was the first big one. It was the first one that like everybody had to play, everybody had to get good at, and everybody had to brag about what their completion percentage was. So, you know, I back then, a young, thirsty achievement hunter was, like, of course I'm going to play this game, and I was one of the, I was in the 206% club, I think. But I had the unfortunate privilege of playing the PlayStation version, which, nothing wrong with it, but I believe the US PlayStation version was missing a number of things from its Japanese equivalent, for translation purposes, because translating mountains and mountains of dialogue. Oh man, that went really, really bad really fast. Is there any more sudden flame spots, or did I just get boned by the same one I got boned by before? Nope, you're gonna kill me, maybe. I hope you don't kill me. I really hope you don't. Alright, now, can I have your health? Can I have your energy? Nope, you didn't give me any energy, and I don't know how I'm gonna get over there. Yes, I do. There's a weird thing that I can... Right, there's a path that I can go through over here that doesn't require me to have the new toy that I obviously haven't picked up yet, but that's totally fine because I'm gonna use this to get my way. You can go your own way. Oh, there we go. Alright, thank you, sir, for getting your death on. Alright, now, this is... Where you at? I hear you. It just sucks down here, that's all it is. It sucks down here in the Magmoor Caverns. So, oh boy. There's what I need. Okay, cool. Kaboom. Kaboom. Not that I don't love the missiles, y'all, but the one time I could use the many, many, many energy power-ups you guys normally drown me is the one time it is just so... No, none. Nothing. There we go. Alright. I still don't know where the save is. Like I said, as soon as I get down here, I'll totally find a save and it's on, but then I never found a save. I'm all the way back in the Benzium tin. Oh, and here's more... Yeah, here's more things that are the worst. Wow, they're really the worst. They're really the worsting it up in there. God. Goodness. What else needs to be shot in here? What else is deadly? What else in here is causing problems for brave Samus Aran? Aaron? Never really sure anymore. It seems it goes both ways, depending on who's like which narrative we're talking about. Sometimes she's Aran, sometimes she's Aaron. So we're just gonna go through the door to the Phenandra Drifts, and then we're just gonna find the first save point over there. And then we're done. And then we're done with this episode. But we gotta make sure we don't die on our way over there, because that would be hella embarrassing. You don't want to be embarrassed, right? I don't want to be embarrassed, so let's not be embarrassed in front of the YouTubes. Okay, and then we almost jumped in the lava. Like an embarrassing, stupid pants, and now you're getting shot, and you're probably just gonna die. Wow. Alright, anything else? Anything else gonna shoot me? Anything else dangerous around here that's gonna make my life worse than it already is? Because I swear, it's already pretty crap. My energy's low, my suit is furious at me for being a bad space pirate hunter. There's like no health anywhere in here. Unstable magma flow is a concern. I get that. Unstable magma flow is always a concern for me. I've always said that. Can I make this jump? No, not even close. Alright. Alright, another mysterious hole in the wall leading to somewhere I'm supposed to go. Oh my god, I almost killed myself. What? No health for Samus? No one helps for Samus. No one helps for the Samus. Fernando drifts north. Here we go. What is this? Recording like 4 maybe? 3 or 4? And I'm already at the cold place? This is going well. This is going very, very well. I will be playing Castlevania. I don't know what Castlevania is on that I have now. You know, I historically played it on my PlayStation 4, which I guess means it probably works on my PlayStation 5. Yeah, I get it. You know, I get it, systems. I get it. We're having a tough time. It's not great in Samusland. Samusland? Look at that walk. Get it, girl. Alright, now, the problem is, the girl has got to get it. Without these crazy things that dart in our direction. Getting it too hard. Got one. Give me the health. Give me the juice. Give it! Fine. 34 is enough. 34 is enough. 34 is enough. As long as I don't fall in the freezing ice or get murdered and accosted by anything else. How fun. Ice covering can be melted with extreme heat. Right, need a fire gun. I don't think she ever had a fire gun in any other games. I mean, she had a plasma gun. But it's not really the same thing, you know? I think the defining characteristic of her plasma gun was that it allowed her to shoot through walls. Or maybe that was the wave gun. I don't remember. Either way, we did it! Save point acquired. Flippity floppity floop. Shoutouts to you for watching.